Hello dear students, I Ganesh Kumar Padhi welcome all of you to this session of plus 2 second year mathematics, and today we have to discuss on the topic of determinant. Already in our previous classes we discussed the definition and introductory concepts of determinant, that what we mean by determinant and how to find out the value of a determinant. Already we defined the determinant of second order and we find out the value of the determinant, and we also able to get the value of the third order determinant. And today we have to discuss some more concepts, that is some properties of determinant. Properties means what? Properties means those are the conditions which are always satisfied by a determinant. So let us begin with the properties of determinant. My dear students, those properties are very important for your exam point of view, because by applying those properties you can easily find out or you can easily solve the value of a determinant. Okay, so let us begin with the concepts of properties of a determinant. Okay dear students, so let us begin with properties of determinant. Okay, so this is the concept on the properties of determinant. So let us we will go one by one with the properties. Okay, so the first property says the value of a determinant. The value of a determinant, dear students, please make note of those properties. The value of a determinant remains unchanged. Remains unchanged. Remains unchanged if the rows and columns of a determinant are interchanged. That is, transpose of the matrix or transpose of any square matrix A, which is called as its determinant value, is equal to determinant of the original square matrix A. Okay, so let us what we write at here, let us go with an example for proper understanding. Okay, so with an example I am going to show you the property. So let us A equal to one square matrix is there, let it is of second order 1 2 5. Okay, so if it is a square matrix of second order, now what is its determinant value? It is like this 1 2 5 9. Okay, or we can say it is a second order determinant. Now if I evaluate it, what I get? 9. We know the value of evaluation, 9 minus 10, that is minus 1 is the value. Okay dear students, now let us find out its transpose. So it is transpose is 1 5 2 9. The rows and the columns are interchanged. Now what is the determinant value of the transpose matrix? Okay, so you see it is the determinant value is 1 5 1 5 2 9. Now we can evaluate it. You see, though the formats are different, but you see the value is same. So we can say, therefore, the determinant value of any matrix, square matrix A, is equal with the determinant value of its transpose matrix. Okay, that is determinant of A equal to determinant of A transpose. Dear students, with this, what I hope you can able to understand the first property of the determinant. Clear? Okay, so please write it and we will go for the next property. Clear students? Okay, now we will move to the second property. I am clearing it now for your information. This board is now going to be cleaned. Okay. The next property says, if two adjacent rows or columns of a determinant if two adjacent rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged then value of determinant alters in sign. Okay, so this is the concept of this property. Now what it says if we change any two adjacent. Now my dear student, what is meaning of adjacent? Adjacent means nearby to each other. Okay, so if we change any two rows or any two columns which are adjacent to each other, then the value of the determinant changes its signs. Means if it has plus value, it changes to minus, and similarly from minus to plus. For better understanding of this concept, let us take one example, because always I says example is the better way to explain a concept. Okay, so let us go with an example. Let us take one determinant. This is the determinant. Okay, I am taking a third order determinant, and randomly you can take. Okay, so let us this is the determinant, and we will find out its value. We know how to find it is 2 times of. Already we discussed those evaluation procedure to find the value. So it is 2 times of 0 minus 8, minus 7 times of 0, minus 12, and 9 times of 32 minus 35. So you see it is minus 16, and it is plus 84 is there, and if you go for it is minus 3, so it is minus 27. So it is minus 43 plus 84, so it is 41 is the value. Clear, dear students? So this is the value of 41. Now if we change any two, you have to see it has 3 rows and 3 columns. Let us interchange the second row and the third row. Okay, let us interchange the second row and the third row. Then you can find the determinant in this new form. So changing R2 and R3. Interchange of R2 and R3, row 2 and row 3. Okay. So if I interchange, then the new format is like this. Clear? Now how to evaluate this determinant value? It is 2 times of. Next. Then so it is 2 times of, okay, minus 7 times of, and 9 times of, okay. So you see this value is 16. This is minus 84, and it is your, okay. So it is 2 times of 4052, then minus 7 times of 6082, and 9 times of 6485. Okay. These two are interchanged, row 2 and row 3 are interchanged. Clear, dear students? Now you see it is 16. It is your minus 84 is there, and it is minus 2 multiplied with 9. So it is minus 18. So you see So let us see with this concept. It is 2 times of 5240. Okay, minus 7 times of 8260. Clear? And it is 9 times of 8564. So it is 0 minus 8. Okay, clear? Now minus 7 times of it is 0 minus 12, and it is 9 times of 32 minus 35. So it is minus 16 is there, it is plus 84 is there. So it is it is 030. Clear, dear students? So it is equal to this, there is a wrong mistake is there. So it is 32 minus 30. So it is 9 times of 32 minus 30 is 2. So it is 18. Okay. So it is, you see, it is 62 minus 16, that is 46. Sorry. It is 84 plus it is 2 is there. So it 86. Okay. So you see what happened at here. It is minus 2 and it is minus 86. Okay, dear students. Now you can see the value. Both the determinants are what in value. We are interchanging these two and the sign alters. The sign changes from plus to minus. Clear, dear students? There is a mistake is there. That's why we are taking some time. And you now understand the concept that how the value of the determinant changes if we interchange any two adjacent. Adjacent means nearby. Okay? If we interchange any two adjacent rows, or you can change any two columns also. With if you interchange the first column and second column, or second column and third column, okay, then you can also see, you can verify that the value of the determinant alters from the original. Clear? So with this concept, what I hope you can able to understand the concept of this property. Okay? Now we will move to the next one. And we have to use this type of properties while finding the value of a determinant. This will make easier for us to find out the value. Okay? So now let us move to the third property of the determinant. What the third property says? The third property of the determinant says, we will move to the third property. It says, if any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, then the value of determinant is 0. This is the third property. It says, if any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, then the value of determinant is 0. Okay? You can understand this with an example also. Let us take one example. Let us take one determinant which is 457, 984 and again 457. So if somebody asks you what is the value of this determinant, okay? What is the value of this determinant? Now everyone can say what is the value, we have to find out. But without evaluation, we can say that the value of this determinant is equal to 0. Why? Because the first row and the third row are identical to each other. So if any two rows or any two columns are identical, means looking similar, the values, the entries are same, the elements are same, then you can see it has 4 is there, here 4 is there, here 5 is there, here 5 is there, here 7 is there, here 7 is there. So the corresponding elements are equal in value. Then we can say its value is, the determinant value is 0. We can evaluate it and we can verify it also. You can evaluate it. If we go for evaluation, How to evaluate it? Without evaluation, you can say by using this property. But if somebody go for verification, then he can say it is 4 times of 56 minus 20, 5 minus 5 times of, it is 63 minus 16 plus 7 times of 45 minus 32. Okay? So it is 4 times of, it is 36 minus 5 times of, it is your 47 and 7 times of, it is your 13. Okay? So it is 144 minus 235 plus 91. So you see it is 235 minus 235. So everyone can say what is the value? The value of the determinant is equal to 0. Clear, dear students? So what I can hope that you are able to get this property, that if any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, then the value of determinant is 0. So this is the value of the determinant where we are able to get the value is 0. Okay? So with this concept, what I hope that you are now able to know the concept, the property that the values of a determinant are 0 when any two rows or any two columns are identical with each other. Clear, dear student? Next property, we are going to move to the next property. So I am cleaning the board now. Okay, so now let us move to the next property. The property says, if each element, please make note down of those properties. Okay, those are very important for your exam point of view. So I am writing the next property. If each element of a row or column is multiplied by a constant value, is multiplied by a constant k, then the value of the determinant is also multiplied by k. This is the property. Okay? So it says, or you can elaborate this concept, okay, with an example, and we can say that what it means. Okay, dear students? Now we are going to with an example of this property. This says, suppose one determinant is there. Let us take a second order determinant 4 to 8, 9. Okay, and we can evaluate its value. How to evaluate the value? 36 minus 16, it is 20. Clear? 36 minus 16, it is 20 is there. Now if we are changing or multiplying a value with any row or any column, suppose we multiply 5. So what it means? It means with the row 1 it means 20 and it is 10. 8, 9 is there. Okay. Now somebody asks you what is the value of this determinant. You see a constant value is multiplied with row 1, with the elements of row 1. Okay. Then now what is the value of this determinant? Yes, dear students, who can answer it? Okay, you can answer it. Now let us go for the verification. The value is 100. The value is 100. So if somebody asks you, sir, how you know it is 100? It is due to this property. You can physically also verify. It is if you go for multiplication, it is 180 minus 80. Okay, and you see What is the value? The value is 100. Okay, dear students. So, what I hope now you are able to understand that, or you can directly multiply 5, then you can get 100 also. So, now you are able to understand the concept that the determinant value is multiplied with a constant value if each element of a row or a column is multiplied by the constant, by the certain constant. Okay. So we can make a note of here also. We can make it a note. The note is, what is the determinant of k multiplied with a? That is determinant of ka. Okay. It is equal to k to the power n into determinant of a, where a is of order n. Okay, is of order n. Now again we will make a note of this one. It is a note. Okay, this is very important for your exam point of view, that one. So what it means now? Now we will go for that one also. Okay. So I am cleaning this one, and I am going to show you what that property says or what that note says. Okay, you have to answer in the exam. You see, suppose one determinant is there. Let us take a third order determinant for the convenience. 1, 3, 5, 2, 9, minus 1, 0, 4, and it is suppose 7. Okay. And what we do? We will evaluate the value. First of all, let us evaluate the value, and then we will multiply a constant with each element, and we see what is, and now then we will compare between the value of the original determinant and newly obtained determinant. So suppose the newly obtained, suppose k is 2. Okay, and we multiply 2 with the each and every element. For this I am cleaning the board now, and I am going to show you that one with one of the examples. Okay, so suppose I am going to show that one, the note. Okay, again I am going to show you. We will take an example for the note. Let determinant of a, one determinant is there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, 0, 3, 7. Clear? And we will evaluate it, and we will multiply a constant quantity. Suppose k is 2, and we will find out the determinant of 2a. Means what? Each and every element of a is multiplied with 2. That is, the element 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 3 becomes 6, 4 becomes 8, 5 becomes 10, it becomes minus 2, it is 0, it is 6, it is 14. Okay, dear students? So we have to find out the value of that one and the value of this one, and we will compare both of it, and we see whether that is existing or not. That property, that note is satisfied or not. Okay? So it is 1 times of 5 minus 1, 3, 7. Then minus 2 times of, it is 4 minus 1, 0, 7. Then again plus 3 times of, it is 4, 5, 0, 3. You see, I am writing it. So it is 1 times of 35 plus 3, minus 2 times of, it is 28, and 3 times of, it is 12 minus 0. Okay, and that is also the 0. You can write it here also 0. Clear, dear students? So it is now we can evaluate it. It is 38 minus 56 plus 36. Okay, so it is minus 20. 38 is there. So 38 minus 20, that is your 18. The value is 18. Clear? Now we can evaluate this one also. It is 2 times of 10 minus 2, 6, 14, minus 4 times of 8 minus 2, 0, 14, and it is plus 6 times of 8, 10, 0, 6, and we have to evaluate it. It is 2 times of 140 plus 12 minus 4 times 2, it is 56 minus 0 plus 6 times of, it is 48 minus 0. So it is 152 multiplied by 2, it is 304. It is minus 224. It is 228. Sorry, it is 288. Okay. So you see what the result we obtained. It is minus 80. Sorry, it is 80. And it is 288. So it is 368. Okay, dear students, now the value is 368. So it is, we will check it whether both are same or not. Now it says the determinant k is 2. So it is your, is there something is wrong also. So let us again check it, the determinant value. It is 246, okay. It is 8, 10 minus 2 and 0, 6, 14, okay. So it is, we will evaluate it again. 10 minus 2, 6, 14, and it is minus 4, 8 minus 2, 0, 14, okay. Then 6 times of 8, 10, 0, 6. So you see it is 142, 140 plus 12, okay, minus 4 times of, it is, here though it did the mistake, it is not 56, it is your 112, okay, and it is 48, okay. So if we multiply it, what you get? It is 448. So what we obtain the value now? It is 304, and it is your minus 168. Okay. So what we get here? It is 4 minus 8 is 6. Okay. That is the thing. It is 152 multiplied by 2, 304. Okay, now what the property says, and now we will again evaluate it, okay. It is, the property says, to evaluate it, let us evaluate it correctly, okay. So 1 times of 5 minus 1, 3, 7, and minus 2 times of, it is 4 minus 1, 0, 7, clear, and it is 3 times of 4, 5, 0, 3. So what we get? 1 times of 35 plus 3, yes or no, and minus 2 times of, it is 28 minus 0, and 3 times of 12. So it is 38, and it is minus 56, and it is 36. Okay. So this one is minus 20, and 38 minus 20 is 18. Now if we multiply it, we get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 minus 2, and 0, 6, and 14. Okay, now we are evaluating it. It is 2 times of 10 minus 2 and 6, 14, minus 4 times of 8 minus 2, 0, 14. Okay, and it is 6 times of 8, 10, 0, 6. So it is 2 times of 140 plus 12, so 152. Okay, so it is 152, so it is 304. It is 56. It is your 112 is there. So it is your 112. 112 multiplied by 112, so it is minus 448, and it is your 6 times of 48. So it is 288. So what we obtain the value? So we obtain the value as 304 minus I will subtract this one, okay, or we will now we are going to add it. It is 304 plus 288. It is 592 minus 448. Okay, so we will subtract it. 592 and it is 448. So 144 is there. Okay, so we obtain the value as 144. Okay, so there is some problem is there. Now we are clear with the value. It is 144. So now we are going for the checking. It is you see the property says now we are obtaining the value of, it is the value of 2a, determinant of 2a is 144 and it is k is 2, so it is 2 cube determinant with determinant of a. So 8 multiplied with 18. So again you can see it is 144. So with this, what I can hope that you are able to show this property, or you are able to know that determinant of Ka equal to k to the power n into determinant of a, when a is a determinant of order n. Okay. So with this concept, we will move to the next one. So I am cleaning it. Please evaluate it, okay, with carefully. Otherwise, if you get some mistakes, then it will hamper. So now we will move to the next property. Clear, students? Now, what the next property says? The next property says okay, now we'll move to the next property. The next property says if all the elements of a row or column equal to 0, then the determinant value row or column equal to 0, then the determinant value is also equal to 0. Okay. So let us take with an example, try to understand this concept. We are taking a third order. Suppose it is 4, 5, 9 and 0, 0, 0 and 8, 7, minus 1. And we have to evaluate this determinant. Now you see the column 2 is all its entries are equal to 0. So we can say what is the value of this determinant? The value of this determinant is equal to 0. Okay, without any hesitation we can say that the determinant value is equal to 0. But for your convenience I am evaluating it. You can see it. It is 4 times of 0 minus 0. Okay, you can evaluate. And minus 0 times of it is what we obtained at there. It is minus 5 minus 63 and plus 8 times of, again it is your 0 minus 0. Okay, so this value is equal to, this is 0, this is 0 and this is also 0. So the total value is 0. So with this what I can hope you are able to know that the determinant value is 0. You don't need to evaluate it. Okay, if all the elements of a row or column are equal to 0, the determinant value is also equal to 0. You don't need to evaluate it. With this help of this property, you can write the value of the determinant directly, or we are able to know the value of the determinant directly. Okay. Now we will go for the next note. The next note says, or to the next property. The next property says, if each element of a row or column of a determinant is expressed, if each element of a row or column of a determinant is expressed by the sum means addition of two elements, by the sum of two elements, okay, two elements, then the determinant is expressible as the sum of two different determinants of same order. Okay, dear students. So let us try to understand this property by the help of one example. Okay, what the property says? The property says that if a determinant is there which is expressed by the sum of two different determinants. Okay, suppose that it is a1 plus alpha 1, b1 plus beta 1, and c1 plus gamma 1 is there, and it is a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3. Okay, so you see this determinant is expressed by the sum. You see the first row is expressed by the sum of two different elements. Okay, so what you can do, you can separate it, you can express this determinant by sum of two different determinants, okay, of same order, like this. One is, you can separate from here and you can write the first one as a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2, a3 b3 c3. It is one determinant, plus the next one is alpha 1 beta 1 gamma 1, and it is your a2 b2 c2. The row 2 and the row 3 are unchanged. Okay, in both the cases, in both the determinants, the row 2 and row 3 are unchanged. Only what you have to do, you have to split it from the addition value, or from the addition where we are showing it that it is the sum of two different elements. Okay, so one determinant is a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2, a3 b3 c3, and the next one is alpha 1 beta 1 gamma 1, a2 b2 c2, and a3 b3 c3. Dear students, please look carefully about this property. This is also one of the important properties while solving for the examples. Okay. Okay, dear students, now you are clear about this one. Okay, now we will move to the next property. Now, what the next property says, that is also one of very important properties. the next property says, if each element of a row or column, if each element of a row or column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant k and added to the corresponding elements of some other row or column then the value of the determinant remains the same. This property says that one. Okay, so it is very important. Try to understand this one. That is A11, A12, A13. I am writing there A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. Okay, so it is a third order determinant. Is there? Suppose we will do it. What we do? We multiply a constant k with row 1 and we add with row 3. Then what happened? Suppose we do the next thing is, we change the row 3 as kr1 plus row 3. So what happened? The determinant is in this form now. It is in the form of A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23. Now row 3 is changed. It is A11 plus A31. It is K12 plus A32. It is K13 plus A33. So in this way, though it is totally different from that one, but the value of this determinant is equal to the value of that determinant. Dear students, we will go for one example also, but this is one of the very important property of our determinant. Okay, so let us go with one example to clarify the concept. Please first of all make a note of this one, then we will go for the example. Okay. Clear, dear students? Now we are going to go for another example of this determinant, okay, of this property, and we will show it. Now what this says, I am cleaning it. Let us take a determinant of any order. For the convenience, let us take a third order determinant. Okay. Example is there for that property. Suppose it is 3, 4, 8, 2, 0, minus 1, 8, minus 2, 6. Okay. Now first of all evaluate it. What is this value? 3 times of 0, minus 1, minus 2, 6. Then next one, minus 4 times of, it is 2, minus 1, 8, 6. And it is plus 8 times of 2, 0, 8, minus 2. So it is 3 times of 0, minus 2, minus 4 times of 12, plus 8, 8 times of minus 4, minus 0. So it is minus 6, it is 20 into minus 4, minus 80, and it is minus 32. So it is minus 118 is the value. Okay. Now suppose somebody change the row 3 or any row. Let us take the row 3 with 2 times of row 1 plus row 3. So what someone do? He or she multiplied 2 with row 1 and now added it with row 3. So the new form of the determinant is, if it is the algebraic calculation is done, then the new form of determinant is 3, 4, 8, because row 1 is not changed, row 2 is not changed, it is 2, 0, minus 1, and row 3 is changed. Now what happened? It is 6, 2 multiplied with 3, 6 plus 8, that is 14. It is 8 multiplied added with minus 2, that is 6. It is 16 plus 6, that is 22. So this is the new form of the determinant. It is totally a new form from the first one. Now you see what happened about the value. Okay. It is, now we are going to evaluate the value. It is 3 times of 0 minus 1, 6, 22. And it is minus 4 times of 2 minus 1, 14 and 22. Okay, and then it is next plus 8 times of, again it is 2, 0 and 14, 6. So we have to evaluate it. It is 0 plus 6, it is minus 4 times of, it is 44 plus 14, it is 8 times of 12 minus 0. So it is 18 is there. It is your minus 4 multiplied with 58. Okay, so it is minus 4 multiplied with 58, minus 232. And it is your 96. Clear? So 96 plus 18, it is your 114. 114 minus 2, it is your 114 minus 232. So you can see the value is minus 118. Dear students, now you can see that due to the algebraic operation or in changing a row by some algebraic operation, the value of the determinant does not alters. If we change a algebraic change a row or column by algebraic operation with some other row or with some other column, the value of the determinant is same. Okay, so this is one of the important properties of determinant. Clear, dear students? Okay. Next we will go for the next one of the property of determinant. The next property says the determinant of the product of two square matrices of same order is equal to the product of the determinant of the corresponding matrices that is, if A and B are any two square matrix of same order, then determinant of AB equals to determinant of A multiplied by determinant of B. This is the property. Okay, dear students, this property says if we multiply two different determinants, okay, two square matrices are there. First of all, we multiply it, and of same order is there, and we multiply it. Then we see the multiplied result of the determinant is equal to the multiplication of the individual determinant. That is, if A equal to, suppose there is a square matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, and B equal to, suppose 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we will multiply AB. Okay, here, and we will find out AB. And what is the multiplication of B? You know the multiplication procedure. The result is, it is your 19, then 22, then the next one is, it is 43, and it is your 50. Okay. Now we can find the determinant value of individual. Determinant of A. What is determinant of A? It is your 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4 minus 6. That is minus 2. We will find the determinant of B. That is like this one. And what is this value? 40 minus 42. So it is your minus 2. Now we will find the determinant of AB. It is your 19, 22, 43, 50. So it is, its value is 950 minus 946. So you see its value is 4. Now if you compare it, you can see determinant of AB is your 4, determinant of A is minus 2, determinant of B is minus 2. So determinant of AB is equal to minus 2 into minus 2, that is determinant of A into determinant of B. Okay, dear students? So now what I hope you are able to understand this property also, and we have an example also, and what I hope you are able to understand the properties of all the determinant properties. Okay, so with these determinant properties we can able to solve many problems from our exercise, many problems of the determinant. We can evaluate a determinant very easily. Okay, so dear students, with this we concluded here, and we will move to some other concepts of determinant in our next class. Till then, thank you and goodbye to everyone. Okay, goodbye to everyone. Bye bye.